House Republicans saying they have done their jobs, but now they say the Senate Republicans should do theirs. Representative Michelle Bachmann joins us. Nice to see you.
Good to see you.
Okay, first, the bill that was passed today. Do you like it?
I do. I like it very much. I like it very much. And I'm the chief author of the bill to repeal Obamacare, but I am very happy that this is defunding Obamacare, because this isn't defunding for 1 year. This is defunding forever Obamacare. So this is really going a long way toward where we need to be.
Is there some plan within it, though, for health insurance for the American people? I mean, are you just defunding it, or are you offering something up?
Well, we have a lot of options on the table. As a matter of fact, we introduced an entire package of options on health care. And this is something that we have to do proactively. What we're trying to do is fund the government, number one. We accomplished that today, and defund Obamacare. And we also introduced a package of positive reforms on health care.
One of the reforms I looked at, it said that one of the proposals of the GOP is that there will be a $7,500 tax deduction against your income or your payroll taxes if you buy insurance under the GOP program. $20,000 for a family, right?
And that's a very positive move. That's a great incentive to get people to go out and purchase their own health care in the private market.
Okay, well, I was curious, like, what about the poor? I mean, that's the people who actually have jobs, but, you know, Obamacare, the whole idea was to make sure that everybody's included. Within your program, is there something for the very poor?
Well, there's always been Medicare and Medicaid, and so Medicaid takes care of the very poor.
With some expansion? Do you envision the expansion like under Obamacare, or is it the old level?
Well, what we're doing is we're offering more affordable options and more options for health care, because, as we all know, Obamacare is increasing the cost of medical care. With this, our proposals are bringing it down, and so it'll be far more affordable for people at the lower end of the income ladder. What our goal is to make sure every American has a way to get their access to medical care. We're committed to that, and our proposals are going to continue to be offered to make sure every American has access.
All right. The $7,500 for the single person, $20,000 for the family. How's family defined? I mean, we've had sort of families have changed over the course of the last 30, 40 years. I mean, a lot of single parents. I mean, does your proposal, your package, define what family is?
Well, we have a lot of different proposals, but family is more than one person. And so people generally define their own family, and it depends on if it is defined in federal law. But you're right, family comes in a lot of different options, but we're going to be there for people. The main thing is we want people to know that we want them to have the plan they want, the doctor they want, so they can get the care that they deserve. That's our bottom line.
All right, this is now going over to the Senate. Do you anticipate Senator Ted Cruz filibustering it when it comes up for a vote in the United States Senate? He said on Wednesday in a written statement that it was basically a done deal, that the Republicans had lost in the Senate and he wasn't going to. Then he got some heat, and then it seemed like he said he was going to filibuster. So where is it? Do you expect him to filibuster it?
I think Senator Cruz is as committed now as he ever was to repealing Obamacare.
But how about the filibuster?
I think, I don't know what he'll do. You'll have to talk to Ted Cruz about what he'll do.
What do you want him to do?
He's committed. I think the filibuster would be a great idea, but what would even be better is if Harry Reid listens to the bipartisan vote that came today. Again, it was 2 Democrats that joined with the Republicans, and this bipartisan vote says defund Obamacare as we fund the federal government.
Is it really fair to say it's bipartisan? You lost one Republican, you gained 2 Democrats, but does it become bipartisan if you nick off a couple votes? I mean, is that really bipartisan?
Sure it does. That happens on the other side as well. You know, if they can peel off one Republican, they say it's a bipartisan vote. We'll take our gains wherever we can get them. But again, I think what this says to the American people, we have listened, we made a promise, and we delivered. And what we're delivering is the vote to defund Obamacare. This is a very big vote today. We were very happy about it. We think the fight will happen in the Senate, but ultimately, I think this fall, because there's a lot of Democrats up in the United States Senate, I don't think they're going to be able to get a debt ceiling increase or funding government, one of the two, unless they do something about Obamacare. Just today, Home Depot, 20,000 people are going to leave the current health care they enjoy at Home Depot, and they're going to go into the exchanges. Companies are being forced to do this. They don't want to do this, but the costs are so high, that's what they have to do. We want people to have health insurance that they want to have.
All right. There is a high likelihood that your bill will not get passed in the Senate, and that it will come back to the House, as I say, say clean, meaning it'll come back with a continuing resolution, but that'll be minus the defund of the Obamacare. Then what happens?
Well, that'd be government by crisis, and it looks like Harry Reid may want to do that. But I think, again, if your viewers are melting the phone lines for the United States senators, because, again, the House has done their job. Now it's time to melt the phone lines of the senators. Let them know. We want to have the government funded, but we don't want to have all the problems with Obamacare. I really do believe, I'm very Pollyanna about this. I do believe we can get this done this fall.
In the event that there is a shutdown, there's going to be a lot of finger pointing. The Democrats are going to say it's Republicans' fault.
There's no shutdown. It's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen?
I don't think we're going to see a shutdown.
Even if you
not
get
from the Republicans.
Even if you get a clean bill, I mean, minus the defunding portion of the bill sent back to the House, is the House going to then say okay to the Democratic Senate's version?
I really believe that the Senate is going to hear from the people.
Really?
I do. I believe they're going to hear from the people, and I think at the end of the day, whether it's on the current funding bill, which is called a CR, or whether it's on raising the debt ceiling, which it has to be done because the they've run out of rabbits to pull out of hats. They've got to raise the debt ceiling. One or the other, we're going to see Obamacare either defunded or delayed. It's going to happen because the American people aren't going to stand for it any other way.
Representative, nice to see you. Hope you'll come back, especially when we're at our new earlier time. I hope you'll come back.
It'll be much easier.
Much easier indeed for all of us.